For her birthday, Joanna received a $200 gift card to buy clothes. She bought sundresses for $20 each and T-shirts or tees for $10 each. She bought at most 12 items. How many of each type of clothing might she have purchased? Okay, so we are going to have to do X is going to be sundresses, Y is going to be tees, and we're going to have to do a system of inequalities, which means we need to write 2. Okay, let's start. Let's do the money equation first. They want us to do X for sundresses, so let's do 20X. They want us to do the Y for the t-shirts, so Y, 10Y. And we have $200, which means you don't want to go over that. So let's just say we want it to be under $200. There's our first equation. Now the second equation is kind of like a total equation. If you look, she's only allowed to buy 12 things, which means the number of sundresses and the number of tees that she buys, it has to be at 12 or less. It has to be less than or equal to 12. So now all we have to do is combine these equations somehow. So you can graph them. Oh gosh, are they going to make me graph them? They totally are. All right, so we're going to graph them and we're going to solve them. This is your first bullet. This is the answer to A. The second one we actually have to graph. The problem is you can't graph those equations because Y is not alone. But don't worry, I will get it alone for you. Let's get the first one alone. I'm going to do 10Y is less than or equal to 200 minus 20X. So all I did was move the 20X from the left-hand side over to the right. Now I have to get rid of the 10, so we're going to divide it all by 10. This is the new equation. Y is less than or equal to 200 by 10 is 20, and then 20 by 10 is 2. So there's our new blue equation. We'll graph that one. Now let me solve the pink one for Y. Oh, this one will be easy. I just have to subtract X from the other side. Y is less than or equal to 12 minus X. So there's the new one. All right, so let's look at these things. The blue one has to start at 20. The pink one has to start at 12. Any chance there's 20 boxes here? That'd be great. Perfect. There's 20 right there. Okay, so let's start with the blue one. Again, we start at 20 because that's your B value. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll just mark a couple. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there's 20. We're going to put a dot at 20. And then our slope is to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. So down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. And I'm going to do this until I run off the page, or run off the graph. All right, let me connect that with a line, and then I'll move on to the other one. So here's my first equation. Okay, make that look like a line, and make that look like a line. You'll notice these lines are solid because it is less than or equal to. The pink equation starts at 12, so if there's 10, there's 12. But it only goes, the slope is -1, so it goes down 1 over 1 every time. Down 1 over 1. And I'll do this until I run off the graph. Oop, that's where they touch. So let's make these guys into a line. And again, I am doing a solid line because it's less than or equal to. Now, the weird part, ooh, that line's pretty horrible. Let me try that again. Right, that's a little better. The weird part about these is now you have to go back and shade them. And what I mean by that is you have to be less than or equal to these lines. So the only part that is less than or equal to both lines, in other words, the only part that's the actual answer has to be less than or equal to, oops, didn't want you like that. It has to be less than or equal to both lines, which means it has to be down here. So this is where the answers are. So again, you don't want to go over here because that would be less than the pink line but not less than the blue line. And you can't go up here because that would be less than the blue line but not less than the pink line. So the final question, I think, is to list 3 possible solutions. So I guess I should include some numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to just pick 3 answers. I could do one there, one there, one there. So 3 possible answers. What was X again? X is sundresses. So I could do 7 sundresses because I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 T's. Or I could do 5 sundresses and 4 T's. Or I could do 2. Oh, I meant to be a new color. 2. Come on. 2 sundresses and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 T's. So all 3 of those would be possible answers. You also could answer on the line. Like one of the points on the line would count because it's a solid line.